Good evening and welcome to Hobbs Lady Eagle Soccer from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on HobbsAmerica.com and the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. I'm TJ Miracle high above Watson Stadium and a Lady Eagle doubleheader for us tonight as the Lady Eagle soccer squad looks to finish district a perfect 6-0 here at Watson Stadium. And across the parking lot at Tasker Arena, the Hobbs Lady Eagle volleyball team is in action against Carlsbad on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. My partner in crime, Don Morgan, with that match. And we've got this one in, getting underway just a little bit late tonight. It was senior night tonight for the Hobbs Lady Eagle seniors. So congratulations to those young ladies being honored tonight before the start of this match, including Sabrina Marquez, Trinity Vasquez, Brianna Baker, Angel Jimenez, also senior Emma Sotelo, senior Cambria Rutledge, senior Nevea Nash, and senior Valeria Villalobos. So congratulations to those seniors and best of luck as they move forward in their lives and their careers. But they've still got more soccer to play for Hobbs High School. Of course, tonight the district season wrapping up, and then the playoffs will get underway next week. Hobbs comes in at 16-3 on the season and 5-0 in district, looking to stay perfect in district play in the Max Preps and Coaches Polls. They are number 5 right now in Class 5A. They're really shooting for one of those top 4 seeds, which would definitely help their playoff appearance. Not getting a lot of love, even with only 3 losses on the season. On the other side of the pitch for the visiting Carlsbad Cave Girls under head coach Misty Long, they are 5-14 overall on the year, 1-4 in the district race, and in the Max Preps Matrix and Coaches Polls, they are 21 in Class 5A. Their only hope of maybe getting in the playoffs, and it's a very long shot, would be to win tonight and pull the upset. When these two teams met a couple of weeks ago in Carlsbad, the Hobbs Lady Eagles winning that matchup 2-0 for Hobbs. Their last 3 matches, winning that one 2-0, then beating Roswell 4-0, and defeating Clovis 3-1. Last 3 for the Cave Girls of Carlsbad. They, of course, lost to Hobbs 2-0. Then they defeated Clovis 2-1 in overtime before falling to Roswell High 3-1 to set up this match here tonight. Looking forward to it as the sun is now completely down, and we are looking forward to what should be a fantastic night. As we kick this one off here in just a few minutes, we will be looking at about 77 degrees here in Hobbs. The Hobbs Lady Eagles in the home black kits with the white and gold letters and numbers. For Carlsbad, they are in the road white kits, all white with the dark blue letters and numbers. As the whistle sounds, getting ready for the national anthem and the introduction of the teams. Again, getting on a little bit late tonight due to senior night. The Hobbs JV absolutely taking it to the Carlsbad JV earlier by a final score of 9-2. So congratulations to the Lady Eagle JV squad finishing out their season on a high note. So the teams are gathering in midfield while we have a moment. A big thank you to all of the great sponsors who make Hobbs Eagle and Lady Eagle Sports possible, from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. Be sure you thank them for supporting Hobbs athletics and making sure that you never have to pay to watch your kids and your teams play. We could not do it without the help and support of those great sponsors. One more Hobbs game this week, at least that we are broadcasting. Hobbs football on Friday night, right back here at Watson Stadium. Organ Mountain coming to town as Hobbs looks to pick off another win in their march to the playoffs. So the two teams are out and preparing for the national anthem. So we will take a timeout, and then we'll be back to kick this one off. Hobbs Lady Eagle Soccer from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. I'm sorry, we're on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle Soccer here on the Lake County News and Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. I believe we are also on Facebook tonight, so on the I believe we're on the Eagle 100.5 Facebook page, assuming that Facebook is working tonight. I guess I could check that. TJ Miracle, thanks for being with us as we are live tonight here at Watson Stadium, getting ready for the final game of the regular season for the Hobbs Lady Eagles and for the Carlsbad Cave Girls. For the Lady Eagles, of course, looking to stay perfect in district and maybe get one of those top 4 seeds into the playoffs. A top 4 seed will get them a bye, and it's 16-3, 5-0. If they win this one, a perfect 6-0 in district, I think they would have a very, very tough time not placing Hobbs as one of those top 4 teams. Carlsbad probably out of the playoff discussion no matter what happens tonight, so they are playing for pride to finish up their season. Of course, a 12-team playoff that will be announced, the brackets, I believe, on Sunday. The Hobbs boys in action tonight on the pitch in the Cave City. We certainly wish them the best of luck. Starting in the cage for the Carlsbad Cave Girls will be Shay McAvoy, their senior goalkeeper. And for Hobbs, it'll be Sabrina Marquez, who has been absolutely brilliant this season in goal. Of course, the Hobbs Lady Eagles led in scoring by Brianna Baker with nearly a goal and a half per game. Brooke Davis not far behind her at just under a goal a game, and Corelli Rivera not far behind that with .7 goals a game. The Hobbs Lady Eagles have the ability to score early and score often, and I have a feeling they might just want to do that so they can take any potential pressure off of whatever they've got tonight and just make sure that Carlsbad knows they don't have any shot at this one. But, hey, that's why we play the games. And so the Lady Eagles will control off of the opening kickoff, working it through back to their defense. Now they will start the movement forward, coming to the near side with Nash, and she will try and pass it to Baker, but it is out of Baker's reach and out at midfield. So Carlsbad will now throw it in. As the Cave Girls will control, that's Abby Dugan. Of course, Dugan, a familiar name, softball and basketball as well for the Cave Girls, working it into the middle of the pitch. Hobbs' defense will just put it right back towards midfield. And then Carlsbad up and into the teeth of the Hobbs midfielders. Dugan will take it away and come over, sweep it over to Carter, pardon me, and stolen away by Nevaeh Nash. As Nash will start it back up, tries to get a running Baker, gets her up the left sideline as Baker angling in, as getting back, trying to get to her, and a long shot on net is blocked off. And now a roller that'll find its way in and light the lamp early for the Hobbs Lady Eagles off of the rebound. Hobbs scores first, as Corelli Rivera will net the goal for the Hobbs Lady Eagles at just 1 minute and 11 seconds of the first. Hobbs leads this one by a score of 1-0 as Baker got in behind. The defense took it up and put a bad angle shot on, but it's still allowed with the trailers for them to come up. Sorry, I'll get the score bug fixed there. There we go. And the Hobbs Lady Eagles leading this one 1-0. And so back down the pitch. Carlsbad off the kickoff. Dugan right in the middle of the field, kicking it, working it around with Rivera. Still midfield. Carlsbad trying to work it up with Carter. Centering pass and knocked away by the Lady Eagles. It's a bouncer, and it'll be another opportunity possibly for Hobbs. Taking it in. Baker gets bumped from behind. No call. Then gets the pocket picked from behind by Dugan, who will just send it side out. So Hobbs on the attack. Again, a little bump there that kind of threw Baker off of the ball. Carlsbad seeing the pressure come up as Nash throws it in. Into the middle of the pitch. Carlsbad going to try and control and get it out of harm's way. Nash comes over, interrupts the passing lane. Carlsbad will move it into the middle, where Dugan will take over and then send it over onto the far side. Trying to pass it up, intercepted by Hobbs, but the Cave Girls will get it right back and then bounce it into the middle of the pitch. 1-0, Hobbs in the lead on an early goal off of a rebound by Corelli Rivera. Battle on the far side. Carlsbad will have to send it back to their defenders, and now they'll send it forward as they try and put the attack on. And just a long kick down that'll bounce over and easily handled by Sabrina Marquez. Hobbs with 2 shots on goal, one of which has gone in. And the Lady Eagles lead this one by a score of 1-0. Back into the midfield from Marquez, and then a chip and chase into the middle. Carlsbad gets there first, and then they'll be forced to retreat and watch it go out, so Hobbs will have another throw in from the near side, deep inside Cave Girl territory. 3 minutes and 15 seconds gone off of the throw in. Trying to get it inside as Rivera works it, and that one will just go off of the back line and out. And McAvoy will come over and send it back into play for the Cave Girls. Well, she'll move it and she'll leave it for one of her defensemen to send back into play. Hobbs with the early 1-0 lead. The ball swept back out towards midfield. 2 teams battled, and somebody trying to settle it down as Nash will come away with it to Baker. Baker takes it to the middle and then chips it over onto the far side. It'll be a run up the side, working on it and then tipped away at the very last second, and just too hot to handle on that far side for Davis. But she'll immediately battle on the inbound, and it goes out. It'll go off of a Cave Girl, and so it'll be Hobbs throw in. Hobbs on the attack, already leading 1-0. Looking to stay perfect in district and try and wrap up a top 4 seed. On the bouncing ball, that could be trouble. Onto the left wing and put it, blocked at the last second by one of the defenders. I don't know how they got away from that one, but they did. And a whistle, as not able to control it on the near side, is Baker, and it'll go out. So over to Carlsbad as Hobbs has had 3 good looks so far. 2 shots on goal, with one of them finding the back of the net. Sorry about the camera work. I am running solo tonight as out and back to the Lady Eagles. Nevaeh Nash will come over and toss it in off the shin guard of one of the Cave Girls. And back to Hobbs, trying to get it over onto the far side. Running with it is Davis. Davis gets tied up. Now she'll get away. Takes it up on the right wing. Shot in and light the lamp is Brooke Davis. Tallies the second Lady Eagle goal at 5 minutes and 11 seconds of the first. 4 minutes later, Hobbs 3 shots on goal and 2 have found the back of the net. And the Lady Eagles quickly up 2-0 in dominating fashion, just slightly over 5 minutes into this one. Hobbs has put the pressure on, and they have kept it. Carlsbad still looking for their first shot on goal, and on the kickoff, just going to bounce it all the way down for Marquez, who will come out to the outside of the box and get it, and now send it away back towards the midfield. So the Lady Eagles going to continue to try and pressure. You've just got that feeling. Carter takes it on the far side into the middle of the pitch. One of the midfielders will come up and control it for the Cave Girls, trying to get it into the middle. Dugan, who falls down as Nash will send it back up. Controlled by Baker, who works around a Carlsbad forward. At forward, she is working around. If I can move that so I can see what I'm actually doing there. That is Payanis. And Carlsbad will take back over on the near side with Bragg. Bragg tries to get around Nash. Pardon me, that's Brose. And then into the middle of the pitch where Carlsbad will take it and then send one wide and out. And so free ball for the Lady Eagles, leading 2-0. 6 minutes, 15 seconds into this final match of the regular season. Hobbs trying to secure one of the top 4 seeds so they can buy into the state tournament. Well, Carlsbad probably just playing for pride, but they would love nothing more than to pull the upset here tonight. Hobbs has to make sure that is their goal for tonight, that there is no upset. So Marquez will bounce it into the center of the pitch. And on the high bounce, the header for the Lady Eagles, settling it down on the far side. Feeding it up, trying to get to Davis. And then up and a runner. Carlsbad will just let that one go and control it, and it'll go out. It'll be a throw-in for the Cave Girls. And stolen away on the inbound. Hobbs trying to sweep through traffic. That'll be Davis again. Takes it up. Sends it in on the shot. And like the lamp, Davis has her second goal of the match. And it comes at 6 minutes and make that 7 minutes and 15 seconds of the first period. And Hobbs on a roll here. An early 3-0 lead on the second goal of the night for Brooke Davis. She got a little daylight, took it in, and then took the 20-yard shot that found its way past. 4 shots on goal, 3 goals. You like that number if you're Coach McKenzie Telles. So off of the kickoff, 3-0, Hobbs Lady Eagles in the lead. A rivalry match and another chip and chase that'll go out. Hobbs does a very good job at that. Oh, and off the throw-in, Hobbs will take it back, working, trying to get it into the center. A battle on that far side between Davis and one of the Cave Girl defenders. And Carlsbad just trying to move it up, loses it in the midfield. So Hobbs quickly on the throw-in and bounced into the Carlsbad bench by one of the Cave Girl defenders once again. So throw-in comes in for the Hobbs Lady Eagles, battling in deep inside Cave Girl territory. Taking it over to the far side of the pitch, then back. Extra attacker up for the Lady Eagles, and then that one will dribble out and go through the back of the end zone. And off the back line. Are they going to say Carlsbad got it last? Yes, they are. So it'll be a free kick for the Lady Eagles, and Brooke Davis will take that free kick from the southwest corner of Watson Stadium. So the Lady Eagles going to set up a set play, already up 3-0. Not even 10 minutes into this contest, as Davis will send the bouncer into traffic and then off of the head and out. Carlsbad battling, trying to clear it out. Hobbs battling, trying to keep it in. Carlsbad will come away with it and into the middle of the pitch with Rogers. That's stolen away by the Lady Eagles. Moving through, trying to get it through traffic onto the far side with Vasquez. Vasquez with a long shot in, and it'll be a save for the keeper, Shea McAvoy. Her second save of the night on Hobbs' 5th shot, and then she shanks one off the side of her foot and out. So basically just gives it right back to Hobbs in the attacking zone. Not even 10 minutes gone in this one. So Nash comes in and will throw the bouncer in. As Hobbs will come up, feed it over, trying to get it onto the right side. Get it over. That's to Baker. Now Baker with the centering pass. Bouncer Carlsbad just sends it right back to the other side of the pitch. Bouncing ball still free. As Hobbs trying to find some rhythm, and another bouncer could be trouble. It's settled down, and the kick, and it'll be knocked away by a sprinting Cave Girl defender who caught that one right in the mug. And you certainly hope she's okay. That's Cassie Bielstein. And she came over and took a Brianna Baker launch right to the noggin. And so that'll put the Lady Eagles with another free kick opportunity, this time from the near side of the pitch. As coming over on the kick and bouncing ball, and that will count as a shot on goal for Baker, but a stop. 3-0, Hobbs in the lead, just 10 minutes into this one. McAvoy takes a little more time. That way she doesn't shank that one, and we've got a whistle, and we'll have a minor infraction. And a sub coming in while we have a moment. And a shoe tie for the Lady Eagles. Baker, pardon me, that's Davis tying her shoe. While we have a moment, a big thank you to all of the great sponsors who make Hobbs Eagle and Lady Eagle sports possible. As we get back to play, Hobbs controlling in the midfield. Carlsbad trying to find a little pressure. Hobbs trying to keep the pressure on themselves. Off the foot of Davis. Then back to the midfield with Carlsbad and Dugan. Dugan to the left side. Bouncer tries the chip and chase. Hobbs will get there and just swipe it away. Back out to the midfield. That'll be Allen on the far side trying to control it for the Cave Girls. Gets it to the middle and bounces around, and now Hobbs will control and just send it back into their defensive line. Now a bouncer up to the midfield. Hobbs will take it. That'll be a bouncer. Could be trouble. Foot raised down. 3 Carlsbad defenders there, and they'll just send it out over on the far side, or on the near side, I should say. With 28 minutes to go here in the first half, Hobbs leading this one 3-0. So a throw in for the Lady Eagles, the bouncer. Carlsbad to it. It'll come near side. Nash will come up. Tries the centering pass, then a bouncing ball, and another attempted shot blocked away once again by the back line of Carlsbad. They've had 3 of those and then out before Hobbs can control. So a throw in on the far side for the Cave Girls. Yeah, this could very easily be a 6-0 game already if it wasn't for some fantastic defensive play by the Cave Girls. If they've kept a little pressure off of their keeper. So back to the midfield, just a battle for it. Hobbs trying to keep it in on that far side. Hobbs will just settle things down. Now they'll bring the attack up. Bouncer into the teeth and a kick, and that one will go wide left and out. And they're going to say off of Carlsbad. So it should be another corner kick for the Lady Eagles. And it looks like it will be. So corner kick for the Lady Eagles is Brooke Davis, who already has 2 goals tonight. Will pull the trigger from the corner, sends it in. It is a high bouncer into the middle. Hobbs puts it on the ground off of the header, trying to find a little room through. Carlsbad will clear it out, but Hobbs will settle it down. Now a bouncer. It's a slow roller in and right into the paws of McAvoy. So she'll wait for the Lady Eagles to clear out and for her attackers to come downfield before she sends it back into the midfield. 3-0 Hobbs in the lead, 26-20 remaining here in the first half. It has been all Hobbs in this one thus far. Carlsbad still looking for their first shot on goal as Muro up to Baker, who centers it over to Rivera on the far side, who then splits through 2 Cave Girls, sends a runner up the right wing and trying to get to it, and it'll go out and off of Hobbs. Carlsbad screening out the Hobbs attacker. As Carlsbad trying to find any push here, trailing 3-0. And on the kick in, Hobbs continues to just pester the forwards and midfielders for the Cave Girls. Now a sweeping bouncer into the deep right side. Trying to center it up is Brose. Brose gets it into the middle. Hobbs defense gets there quickly and will take it away and will just swat it back out of trouble. But sent right back in. This could be trouble as Brose looking for the centering pass, tried to settle it down, and Hobbs takes it away from her. Nice job in the Hobbs defensive in there. That could have been trouble as Brose could have had a huge look at the net there, but Hobbs defenders coming back and stopping that up. So on the throw-in, getting it into the center of the pitch as the ball will bounce around, and then a long bouncer in. First shot on goal for the Cave Girls, and it's an easy stop for Marquez. So Hobbs will start it back down the other way. 24.5 minutes to go here in the first period. Back to Hobbs' defense again. The Lady Eagles just take a deep breath. Now they'll start it forward. Leaving it off and then going to go chip and chase as Rivera on the run. Has the speed, splits through, kicks it over on the side, and light the lamp, Corelli Rivera has her second tally of the night. And it comes at 16:54 of the first period. So Rivera nets her second of the night. And the Lady Eagles take the 4-0 lead. Still not even at the halfway point of this first half. All Lady Eagles in this one. Rivera with 2 nets, Davis with 2. As the Hobbs Lady Eagles dominating the Carlsbad Cave Girls here tonight. Off the kickoff, Hobbs will take it back. Rivera controls, sends it into the middle where it's taken away by Carlsbad. Then a bouncer. Comes over the head of everybody and will go out. And it'll be throw-in for the Cave Girls on the near side. Off the throw-in, Nash takes it off the head. And then over to Villalobos. And a whistle will sound. And so Carlsbad on the throw-in. Now they're going to try and run, keeping it up the near side with Brose. Brose centering pass. Has to be settled down. Hobbs' defense collapsed on it quickly and then kicked back to the midfield and out of harm's way. Now coming through is Villalobos. She'll take it off the foot. Tries the centering pass, partially deflected. It'll be settled down by Davis, and she'll send a long bouncer down. Then McAvoy will come over and collect and send back into play. Sorry, still getting used to the new phone. Apparently I've got some kind of message coming in, and that'll be out. I've got to turn off notifications on this phone. You use the same phone for 6 years, and then you have to get a new one, and everything's different. So subs coming in for the Cave Girls, trailing this one 4-0. 22.5 minutes remaining here in this first half of play. All Lady Eagles in this one. As Hobbs off the throw-in. And a quick update coming in from next door at Tasker Arenas. We've got a bouncer coming down. Hobbs going to come back on defense and just send it away. So after the first set over at Tasker Arena, the Hobbs Lady Eagles up 1-0 over the Carlsbad Cave Girls on the volleyball court. And up 4-0 here at the soccer pitch. The Hobbs JV volleyball team did win by a score of 2-0. So congratulations to them. Thanks, Dawn Morgan, across the parking lot for sending in those scores. Of course, the Hobbs Lady Eagle volleyball team playing on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, also HobbsAmerica.com. If you're on Boxcast TV, they're on Hobbs Sports. We're on Hobbs Sports 2. Searchable on your smart TVs. We are also on the Eagle 100.5 Facebook page. All Lady Eagles in this one. Carlsbad one shot on goal. Hobbs trying to establish that they are indeed one of the top 4 teams in the state with a 16-3 record. And I'll double check it at halftime. I know they lost to Mayfield, who I'll have to check all the rankings, but their losses were not bad losses in any stretch of the imagination. As we click down to 21 minutes remaining, still 4-0, and on the bouncing ball on the far sideline. Hobbs on the attack. Carlsbad trying to take it away, and Carlsbad will just have to send it out back around the 30-yard mark. It's the 20-yard line on the football field, but you got another 10 yards of end zone. So the 30-yard mark for the throw-in. And bounces around into a couple of Carlsbad defenders, where Hobbs will settle it down and Carlsbad will just send it back out to midfield. Now Hobbs will send it back in. Bouncing ball could be trouble into the middle of the pitch and trying the reverse kick and a whistle, and it'll be a minor infraction on the Lady Eagles. So give it over to Carlsbad on the turnover. Halfway mark of this first half. Hobbs leading 4-0. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight. Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com. Sweeping it on to the turf here at Watson Stadium. Carlsbad will try and settle down, control, and find some kind of rhythm. Hobbs' defenders, everybody's playing defense. As splitting through is Dugan, and she'll send a chip and a chase down, trying to get to Brose. Brose on the far right wing makes a nifty move around Nash. Now loses it off of her heel and has to center it up as Hobbs will calm it back down. Back out near midfield. Pretty good battle and a chase over. Getting to that one and sending it back up is Rivera. Rivera to the middle of the pitch. Carlsbad tries to bounce it out, and it bounces off of one of the Lady Eagles and right onto the foot of one of the Cave Girls. But then Hobbs will send it back down, working on the chip and chase onto the right wing. Dugan is back defending as Rivera trying to find a little bit of space, trying to get the centering pass up in a good battle in that far right corner and out. It'll be Hobbs' ball. With 18:50 to go, should just be a throw-in. And it will be. And on the throw-in bouncer, and off of the foot once again of Brooke Davis. Didn't get a whole lot on that one. And it'll be another stop for McAvoy. And sending it into the middle off of the head of Villalobos. And another bouncer into the middle. Hobbs working to control. Get some more attacks. Send it back to Nash. And Nash will take the centering pass into space. This could be trouble. And oh, what is the call? Can't be offsides. I guess they're going to say it was a push. So golden opportunity there missed for Hobbs to get this one to 5-0. As we click down under 18 minutes remaining in the first half. And a bouncer in. Carlsbad to the near side. Nash will take it away or fight with Brose for it. Now she'll take it away. Sends another one. It goes through the 5-hole of one of the Lady Eagles and then into the middle. And Carlsbad's defense will clear it back out to midfield. Hobbs will bounce it onto the far side. Just going to continue to try and put the attack on as that one will be out and actually off the side judge over there. So on the throw-in, Hobbs will actually get the head on it. Carlsbad trying to control. Hobbs right on him. Take away for the Lady Eagles on the far side. Looking for some room to run, and it'll be a long bouncer into the middle. Stolen away, then knocked down by Villalobos. That may be Beltran out there. I'm thinking it's Villalobos. We have two 23s on the roster. And then a long kick from about the 30-yard mark, and we have a Cave Girl down. So a Cave Girl down and not feeling too good. The injury timeout. Well, they're not going to stop the clock at 16:40. They're just going to let it continue running. A pretty good collision over there. You forget how tough that soccer can be. There's a lot of physicality in it. Thinking maybe she just got the wind knocked out of her. Hope she's okay. All the way across the pitch. Haven't seen a number come up. It's the Carlsbad training staff out. This is Coach Long checking on that player. Spending a lot of time working on her left leg, left ankle. Refs are over and they are calling for the cart. You certainly hate to see an injury in a late season game. So now they've got the card out there checking on that young lady. Hobbs leading this one 4-0. As they've got that young lady up, and she is being helped off under her own power, and that is certainly a good sign. So a pretty good collision over there, and so not feeling too good over there, but you certainly hope that she is okay. I believe that's Ariana Rogers who went down. So back to the action after the injury timeout. The Hobbs Lady Eagles leading this one 4-0. Back out to the midfield. Carlsbad trying to find a little room to run. The Hobbs Lady Eagles doing everything they can to keep them from getting any room to run. That'll be Brose. who gets it taken away from her. She tries to center it up. Hobbs will move it through with Vasquez. Then Hobbs will have to send it right back, and it'll be sent by Jimenez, bouncing. As the Lady Eagles running through, Villalobos looking for some room to go. Now she'll just send it off to Nash. Sends the bouncer into the middle. Ball locked out, and they battle in front, and a stop by McAvoy on the 8th Hobbs shot of the first half. 4 of it. The Lady Eagles putting the pressure on. That one bounced off by Villalobos. And then it'll wind up bouncing around and going through the back and out and back over to Carlsbad. 14:25 remaining, first half. As Hobbs will look to go on the attack once again, already leading 4-0. We mentioned the JV winning earlier by a score of 9-2. Nash will come up, and then she'll just send that one out and away. And we'll have a whistle and sub checking in for the Cave Girls. As coming in for Carlsbad, that'll be Yaya Cornejo. So Cornejo going in place of Jewel Monroe. And it'll be Cornejo who will come over and do the throw-in. And she'll get that in, and Dugan will try and center it up. Hobbs immediately gets back with Rivera. And the ball goes skipping across into the middle of the pitch. Carlsbad trying to work it back forward. Hobbs trying to keep them from doing so. Defense just sweeps it out on the left side of the Hobbs bench. 13-11 as Carlsbad trying to get a rush, trailing by 4 goals here. So on the throw-in, Cornejo gets that one blocked out. I'm thinking, well, that's Villalobos or Beltran. Like I said, we got 2 23s on the list. As the ball will go out. As Nash will toss that one in, and Carlsbad gets ahead on it, gets it right back to Nash, and then it'll squirt past the Hobbs defense, having to go back deep to get it. Lady Eagle defenders feeding it up. That one gets through the legs of Nash and it'll go out, and it'll give the Cave Girls an opportunity for a throw-in deep in Hobbs territories. Another sub waiting to come in for the Cave Girls. As checking in will be Janora Segura. So getting some fresh legs out there for the Cave Girls is Coach Misty Long. So on the throw-in, Dugan tries to settle it down in the middle, tries to move it over to Brose near side. Comes through as an Eagle and a Cave Girl collide and go down. And bouncing ball back into the Hobbs end as Nash will take it back. She'll start moving it back up and tries to get it to Beltran running up, but knocked away by the Cave Girls. So into a little space. Carlsbad will control it. Centering it up is McKibben, who will bounce it back deep into the Hobbs zone as Nash will come back. And she battles. Could be trouble and just going to have to be swatted out by the Lady Eagle defense. Carlsbad starting to put on some more pressure here. Nice job by the Lady Eagles on the D side by Jimenez. You just swat that one away. A little bit of a misplay. It gives Carlsbad an opportunity as that one goes rolling all the way pretty much to the parking lot. And on the throw-in, Hobbs will take it away. It'll be a turnover. Trying to settle it down. That is Rivera going for the hat trick. She'll come near side. On the run, it'll be Beltran. Takes it over into the left wing. Moves it forward, turns around, fires, and it'll be wide right of the net. Got a shot on it. but it just sailed a little bit high. Not a lot of wind here tonight at Watson Stadium. Hobbs with another good opportunity right there. So the Cave Girls will send it away once again and off the foot of Dugan and out. So it'll be a Hobbs throw-in front of the Cave Girls bench. Under 10 minutes to play here in the first half. All Lady Eagles in this one. 4-0 the score. And bouncing into the middle of the pitch. Carlsbad comes and will send it forward. Jimenez will come over and just head that one out into the Carlsbad bench. Throw in for the Cave Girls. Bouncer back to midfield. Topped up by the Lady Eagles and sent back down. Trying to get it onto the far right corner, and it'll be out. Hobbs throw in. And just a short throw in as Hobbs will restart the offensive attack on the far right wing. Send the bouncer in, centered up. Hobbs with a chance and a little hesitation there. That one is in the net, and Beltran takes another shot at it. Didn't get a lot on it. Kind of came off the side of the foot and allows McAvoy to get to it. And she'll send it back bouncing into the midfield. Hobbs 9 shots on goal. 4 of them have found the back of the net. Hobbs going to try and turn the defense, or rather the offense, on again. As that was Davis who sends that one out on the far side. So throw in for Carlsbad deep in their own end. 8.5 to go here in the first half of play. The Lady Eagles can score quickly. Wouldn't mind getting another tally or two here, I wouldn't think. There's more subs coming in for the Cave Girls. And on the throw-in, Hobbs will just take it out at midfield. Now coming near side as Nash will get to it, take it. Makes it off of the toe and then over onto the far side to Beltran. Beltran finds a little space, has to move it back out. Now over onto the far side, teeing it up, getting it to the right wing. Hobbs works around, turn around, fire, and that one is through the uprights and good, but no score in that one for Davis. It'll be a free kick for Carlsbad. 7.5 remaining, plus whatever stoppage they put on it here in the first. And the bouncer gets over everybody's head, and Hobbs will control it at midfield with the Dame. Back up to the lone Carlsbad attacker who was up that time. That's Rogers. Good to see her back in the match. They're trying the chip and chase again, this time with Dugan. Slowed down. Now they'll move it forward. Gets through and away. Jimenez will just pop it onto the near side. Beltran, a little back kick into the middle of the pitch. Hobbs moving it up. That's Rivera. Puts it on her foot. We'll just have to send it back to Davis, and that one gets popped. And should be a free kick for Hobbs. Nope, they're going to say minor infraction on the Lady Eagles, and so free kick for Carlsbad. With 6:40 remaining here in the half. All Lady Eagles in this one, so a free kick for the Cave Girls. So Hobbs drops everybody back. And then Hobbs will take that free kick and off of a shoulder just back down into the Carlsbad end, and on the near side out, it'll be Hobbs' ball. So Nash comes up to toss it in and will. And the slow roller up, saved, stopped, nice job there by Rivera. Tries to center it up to get Davis, taken away by the Cave Girls and sent way back down onto the Hobbs side of midfield. Pretty good battle going on over there. Hobbs will ultimately control it, settling it down on the far side. Working in the far right side and off the foot of the Lady Eagles and out. Hobbs leading this one 4-0. Would like to get another one in there. Just in a hard shot. On, blocked out. Carlsbad has done a better job here of late, blocking and tightening up the passing lanes and shooting lanes for the Lady Eagles. As Hobbs takes it away, it's come bouncing. Out to about the 30-yard mark. Now a little pressure put on, a little turnaround, a little bouncer into Beltran, who turns around and kicks that one over the net. That one sails through her, and yes, field goal is good, but you don't get points for that on the soccer pitch. As that one will go bouncing all the way back to the street there. Got an extra ball there. Yep, it's in. I got so busy watching the bouncing ball going out to the street, I forgot to watch the throw-in. So back to Hobbs. Nash, a nifty little move to get out of trouble. Comes onto this left wing. And another block as that one bounces around. Nash going to have to come up, save it, kicks it off the back of one of the Cave Girls, and then it'll wind up on the foot of another one as they try and center that one up. Rogers loses it, gets through. Now Carlsbad trying to put on a little pressure. Too much on that pass for Brose. And then up by Modis. And Carlsbad will just send it deep into the Hobbs end. As Rogers tries to go through, split some traffic. But Eagle D holds. And Hobbs will start it back up again with 4 minutes remaining in the half, and a long pass knocked away by Carlsbad. Beltran, a little turnaround bouncer. That one's going to go all the way through and out the back, and free kick for the Cave Girls. And a whistle. Not sure what that whistle's for. Oh, more subs coming in. Fresh legs coming in for the Cave Girls. With Hobbs firmly in control of this final match of the regular season. And trying to stake their claim to one of the top 4 seeds in the playoffs, which will get underway next week. Of course, top 4 seeds in the 12-team tournament get a bye. And through, Hobbs with a potential breakaway opportunity. Turn around, send it in, and put it in the back of the net. Light the lamp as the Hobbs Lady Eagles will make this a 5-0 matchup, as that will be the hat trick for Brooke Davis, and she will get that one at the 36:55 mark of the first. The hat trick in the first half for Brooke Davis gives the Hobbs Lady Eagles the 5-0 lead over the Carlsbad Cave Girls. 11 shots on goal, 5 of them have found the back. So the Lady Eagles saying, yep, this is what we do. Impressive performance in the first half, but one thing for sure about Carlsbad, they're never going away, is Beltran gets upended. Carlsbad takes it away, no call, and now Dugan will send a bouncer down. Jimenez comes back and will battle as Marquez will get there before Rogers can really battle her on it, and then she'll send it back down. Bouncing ball onto the Carlsbad side of midfield, and yep, that'll be a free kick for the Lady Eagles. Pretty sure the knee lift is not legal in anything but maybe professional wrestling. So Hobbs will have a set play from the 50-yard mark. Make it about the 55-yard mark. So a chance to set things up and maybe put another tally on the board here late in the half as we click down towards 2 minutes to go. And on the bouncing ball in, header, Carlsbad trying to move it away. Hobbs trying to find a little room. Back to Nash. Nash centering pass, finds its way through. Turning around, Davis not able to pull off a shot as Carlsbad collapsed in on her. Gets to it, 2 minutes remaining plus stoppage in the first half. Hobbs with a 5-0 lead. On a hat trick by Brooke Davis and 2 goals by Corelli Rivera. That one will be out, and it'll be Carlsbad throw in from in front of their own bench. Carlsbad would like the number of the bus that hit him. I'm pretty sure it's 17 and 30, which is the Hobbs record, but I'm pretty sure it's number 7 and number 3 too. That's Rivera and Davis. So into the midfield, Hobbs going to try for one more attack here to start the half, as that one left off for Nash. She'll save it before it goes out, and then she'll send one to about the 30-yard mark, and a Carlsbad defender will get there, and she will center that one up for Carter. Carter sends it back. We are down to about 30 seconds plus stoppage. The Cave Girl goes crashing to the turf, and they're going to call Hobbs for the run through. So we are going to be in stoppage time officially here in mere moments. And on the kick in, that gets over the head of everybody. Hobbs' defense will just go back and corral it. A little pressure back there from Carter. And Hobbs will send it out into their own bench. And so on the throw-in. Off of the foot, and then a bouncer that'll come in. And coming out of the box to stop that one, so no shot on goal. Marquez has not had a real stressful night tonight. And that will end the first half of play as the Hobbs Lady Eagles leading this one 5-0. Goals coming from Corelli Rivera, 1 minute 11 seconds into this one. Then she netted another one at 16:54 of the first. A first half hat trick for Brooke Davis. She scored at 5:11 of the first, 7:15 of the first, and 36:55 of the first. So the Lady Eagles in control of this one as they look to finish out the season perfect in district and go to 17-3 on the year. Can they do it? We'll find out. It's halftime here at Watson Stadium. We're back in a few minutes with the second half of action. Lady Eagle Soccer continues here on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles Soccer here on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com, also the Eagle 100.5 Facebook page. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us. Part of our Lady Eagles doubleheader here tonight. The Lady Eagle volleyball squad in action next door at Tasker Arena on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. Partner in crime Don Morgan over there at the end of the second set. That one is tied up at 1 set apiece. Over on the volleyball court. It's a 5-0 lead for the Lady Eagles, though. Here on the football pitch, the soccer pitch, as we prepare to start half number 2. While we've got a moment, a big thank you to all of those great sponsors you see there at the bottom of your screen, making it possible for us to bring you Hobbs Lady Eagle Sports. Hobbs Eagle Sports 2. One more Hobbs game will be streamcasting this week. The Hobbs boys football team will be back in action right here at Watson Stadium against Oregon Mountain on Friday night. Ty friend Ron Gunter will have that. 6:45 for the Eagle pregame show. The kickoff at 7 o'clock. So as we kick off the second half of this one, Carlsbad will send it back into the teeth of the Lady Eagles. We flip ends of the pitch, so the Lady Eagles will be attacking the north goal this time. And on the far side, looking for a little room to run. Hobbs going to try and put on the early pressure. It's a bouncer that'll go wide of the cage and out. So Hobbs not wasting any time. A hat trick in the first half for Brooke Davis, 2 for Corelli Rivera. And that is how Hobbs has netted their 5. Carlsbad will send that one back out towards the middle of the pitch. One of the Hobbs midfielders will get ahead on it. Hobbs will try and settle it down, but Carlsbad will poke it back into the defensive line as Hobbs brings it back up. A long bouncer knocked away by one of the Cave Girls, and it'll be taken over in the middle. Davis trying to get to it, taken away from her by a Cave Girl and swept out by Griego. And over the head of a leaping Hobbs Eagle and back to the defense in the midfield. Carlsbad trying to turn on a little pressure themselves. Carlsbad only one shot in that first half. Had a couple of other opportunities, but only one official shot on goal. And it was easily stopped by Sabrina Marquez in the cage. They're going to try and put more pressure on her than that. So to the near side with Beltran. As Beltran will battle with Franco. So to the middle, it goes over. That's Morrow. And the bouncer comes through, and that one will go out of the back. Hobbs attacking left to right on your video screen. Carlsbad attacking right to left. Right to left from this press box is north to south, left to right, south to north. On the kick in, body up by one of the Lady Eagles, and a pop-up into the middle. And that's a bouncer. It gets through. Could be trouble if Hobbs can settle it down. Working into the far corner. Turn around and light the lamp. Another shot on goal. And another one in for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. As that'll be the first one netted tonight for Brianna Baker. As Baker, the senior on senior night, takes it in at 2:21 of the second for her first tally of the night. And the Lady Eagles are up in this one 6-0. So another early goal in the second half. And 6-0 Hobbs in the lead. And we've got an injured Cave Girl on the play, looks like. They're going over and check on her. She is standing, but check at her head. I think maybe she had maybe a little collision over on that far side. So they'll put her through the concussion protocols. She certainly hope that young lady is okay. She's up and walking and moving under her own power. That's a good sign. Is waiting to catch the number. Yeah, I think just a little bit of a collision on that last Hobbs attack. Yeah, it's a 2-something. Need to get the angle on it so I can tell you who it is. Hobbs leading this one They score 6-0, but the important thing is the health of the players out there. That may be Megan McGibbon, could be Jaslyn Gonzalez. Or I could just be completely wrong all around and actually be Ilya Pionis. So on the kickoff, back to the action. Hobbs leading 6-0 on Brianna Baker's first goal of the night. She is Hobbs' leading goal scorer. And she'll tally her first one. Came at 2:21, so that would be the 42nd minute. Sometimes I know I keep this thing like a hockey score. Old habits. So a long shot on net, and that one will go just wide. And I gotta think that maybe McAvoy saw that one was going to go wide because she just didn't come out and even challenge, just watched it go. So she'll kick it away from the A in Eagles. And a bouncer. Hobbs will settle it down. Two Cave Girls collapse in on Hobbs. Working it back down, back over. A little bit of a miscommunication. Bad pass. Battle for it. Hobbs will take it back in the midfield and resettle it down and then bounce it out into their own bench. And it'll be a throw-in for the Cave Girls. 4 minutes gone here in the second half. Hobbs has already tallied a goal. Leading this one 6-0. JV winning earlier 9-2. To complete their district season. A very good district season for the JV. Now the varsity trying to stay perfect. They are the district champs. Nobody can catch them. Has taken that one away is going to be Beltran. She'll bring it back up. Comes up the near side, puts a little floater into space, and then Carlsbad swats it away. As Jimenez will work it into the middle of the pitch and then over to the far side from Mattis. And then a bouncer in off of a Cave Girl, bounces down. Fight for it right in the middle of that. Squirts out, and Carlsbad will kick it back to the midfield. And at least momentarily take it out of harm's way. Dugan on the far side works against Madeline Adame. She'll feed it up, and Hobbs bodies it down, and then he'll send it deep back into Carlsbad's zone. A little bit of a misplay. This could be trouble, and Beltran charges in on it. Coming out is McAvoy to take it, so no shot, but more pressure for the Lady Eagles with 5 minutes gone here in this second half, and Hobbs up 6-0. And trying to add to it, yes, it does count how many goals you score. Is now Terrazas. Gets bumped off a little bit by Allen. Then back to the middle of the pitch. Slowing it down in the middle is Rogers. She'll bring it over. As that was Allen who loses it. Hobbs takes it away with Vasquez. Vasquez up the far side. Bouncer, that could be trouble onto the left wing. Turning in, shooting, going, and just wide of the net was Brianna Baker trying to net her second of the night. It'll go out. It'll be Carlsbad ball. But the Lady Eagles putting on additional pressure. They've only taken 12 shots on goal officially, and 6 of them have found the back. You like a 50% shooting percentage. You'd love to see that in every sport like that. I don't care if it's soccer or basketball or hockey, 50% means you're probably winning the match. So the bouncer goes to the far side again. Baker will chase it down. Has to just send it back out into space. Carlsbad tries to corral it. Good hustle for Hobbs, who will sweep it in. Bouncer into the front. Working around, trying to get through traffic. Beltran loses it. She's bumped off. Then she'll go bump and take it away herself. And then back. And an attempted shot there by Mattis. And it'll wind up in a long shot in. And that one will be blocked off. And stopped by McAvoy. Hobbs putting the pressure on and still taking the shots. Out to Dugan in the midfield. She'll take it far side and then take it back right at the midfield stripe. She does some fancy footwork to try and find a little room. Good job by the Lady Eagles to keep her from it. Then a turnover on the pass, intercepted Bouncing ball coming near side, and that one's just going to go out and roll through and over to the Cave Girls. 32:40 remaining in regulation. The Eagles command this one 6-0. So on the throw in. It's back and Hobbs goes on the attack once again, or tries to. There's a bump there on Modest. Goes back to midfield. Right now in the Max Preps matrix, Hobbs is ranked in the number 5 slot. Top 4 get buys in the first round of the playoff. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. Of the 4 teams ahead of them, Hobbs has only played one of them, and that's Las Cruces, and they defeated Las Cruces 2-1 in overtime. And they've got as good or better a record than everybody. Their only loss is a 1-1 shootout loss to Piedra Vista early in the season in a tournament. They lost Farmington 2-1 and Mayfield 4-1. Farmington and Mayfield both top 10 teams. Right now Mayfield number 6, Farmington at number 8. So while their losses Hobbs would like back, I don't think there's anything too bad about them. And they do have a head-to-head over a team ahead of them in the Max Preps rankings, at least, that being Las Cruces. They've not played El Dorado, La Cueva, or Volcano Vista, 4, 2, and 1, respectively, with Las Cruces at number 3 and Hobbs at number 5. So it'll be interesting to see when the final rankings and the pairings come out if Hobbs might get a little love over the 2 Albuquerque teams and the 3 Albuquerque teams, and then Las Cruces. And I've learned never second guess the NMAA and never try to predict what they do, because my percentage on that is much lower than the Lady Eagles shooting percentage tonight. So Hobbs on the attack once again, as Carlsbad will take it back. 30 minutes remaining and a whistle. And Minor on the Lady Eagles for a bump. So a free ball from deep inside their own territory for the Cave Girls. So the throw in, not a free ball. It was just a sub for Carlsbad. So bouncing over onto the near side. Hobbs continues to go on the attack. Let's just feed it back out to the midfield. Clock is definitely the friend of the Lady Eagles. And moving it deep in, sending one cross pitch bouncer. Hobbs trying to get somebody over into the corner to corral it. Now a nifty little move. Another centering pass. That one will be bodied off of the shin guards. Almost an own goal by Bielstein. But it'll be stopped by McAvoy. As McAvoy will send it back out into the midfield. Well, Hobbs trying to get a left wing attack moving, and that one skitters away from the Lady Eagle attacker over on that far side. And back to the Cave Girls. That attacker over there is Baker. Thought it might be, but just double checking. It is a long way up here at Watson Stadium. Still throwing again for Carlsbad as that one bounces through. Hobbs tries to settle it down with Baker. She kind of stumbles on the ball, but maintains control. Now cross pitch comes near side. That's to Adame. We'll just take it back to her own defenders. And they'll work a little passing drill here. Under pressure from Rogers. So to the far side. Hobbs sends it out to the 30-yard mark. Now going to work in. Trying to come in on the left wing. Look for a centering pass. Centering and into the side of the cage. And good pressure coming through. Not much that Baker could do over on that far side. More subs coming in for the Cave Girls. They're trying to keep as many fresh legs out there as they can. 28 minutes to go exactly left in the match. Hobbs leading 6-0. Just dominated this one. They pretty much dominated district. So Hobbs will take it over again. Going, centering pass, bouncing through and knocked out by one of the Cave Girls. Adame waits to settle it down, and she'll be pressured. Has to bring it back, and Hobbs comes back. And then a bouncer onto the right wing. Hobbs drives in on the attack, and that one out of the back of the end zone. And they're going to say Hobbs corner kick. Camilla Beltran to send it over towards the cage from the northeast corner. So Beltran sends it towards the middle, a high one, and that one is going to be off the side of the foot, just wide. As that one came off the foot of one of the Lady Eagles and went just wide of the cage. That one had goal written all over it. Just a little bit wide. But the Lady Eagles maintain aggression. 26:40 to go in regulation. Back out towards midfield. Beltran will settle it down at the 20. Sends it into space, but nobody there but Cave Girls. Carlsbad still looking for their first shot of the second half. We pretty much played this one in the Carlsbad end of the pitch. Bouncing ball down, a battle for it. Bump is Adame. Fights with Martinez. Into the near side and back up. The foot of the 8th grader Beltran. One of the Cave Girls falls. Beltran almost gets it back. A little give and go try there for Gonzalez, who tries to get it back to Beltran, and it'll be out. And over to Carlsbad, but deep in their own end. Pretty good crowd on hand tonight for final game of the regular season, senior night for these Lady Eagle soccer players. We'll have at least one more home match before we start the Albuquerque portion of the state tournament next week. And the bouncing ball, and that one will go out and back to Carlsbad. So back out as Hobbs will settle it down. Tried to as Jimenez into the middle with Vasquez, then over to the far side. Sorry, I'll get the camera where it's supposed to be. Sometimes I can't talk and move camera at the same time. And yes, I will go ahead and say it for you before you post it on Facebook. Maybe you shouldn't talk. So the Lady Eagles with the centering pass, but cut off by the Cave Girls and popped out. Didn't go very far. But he goes right into a triangle of Cave Girls. But Hobbs splits through, takes it away. Over onto the near side with Adame. Adame works the near side, battles with Martinez. And back out, and Hobbs will have to reset. With Jimenez, and gets away from her and out, but it'll be off of the Cave Girls and Martinez, so Hobbs throw in. And on the bouncer in off of the toe of one of Carlsbad's girls, and she'll sweep it out right at the 10-yard mark. So a deep throw in for the Lady Eagles. Angel Jimenez, one of the Lady Eagles seniors, sends that one in and then back out, and then we will have a shot. And does that one find its way through? Yes, ma'am, it does. Light the lamp, and the Hobbs Lady Eagles have another goal as they are mobbing one of their defenders. Turn around, young lady, so I can catch your number. I want to make sure I get this right. And that goal is by Clarissa Modest. As Modest will not, the Hobbs Lady Eagles' 7th goal of the game comes at the 16-17 mark of the second. So Clarissa Modest will light the lamp for the Lady Eagles and make this a 7-0 ball game. So now 7-0 for the Lady Eagles. As Modest will get her first goal of the match for Lady Eagles have scored. Brooke Davis with the hat trick in the first half. So on the run, Beltran centering pass, but cut off. And it'll come back onto the toe of Rogers. Rogers centering it up, working it, bouncer over to the left corner. Nifty little move on that side, turnaround shot and light the lamp. No, it was off the side. I thought that the Lady Eagles had snuck that one by, but it hit the side of the cage as Brianna Baker in trying to get her second tally of the night. Beltran again working this right wing. Worked the left wing in the first half, working the right side this time. Nifty little move, tries to split through two defenders. Is bodied off of the ball, and Carlsbad will just send it back out. Carlsbad now trying to put on a little bit of a rush. And a collision and out. And it'll be a throw-in for Carlsbad. And the throw-in for Funko. Bounces into space, and Hobbs will just send it back to the midfield, where it goes bouncing around. Sweeping it over onto the near side bouncer. Beltran will take it and then collide with one of the Cave girls. And they're going to call Beltran for the minor. There's a collision down there with Beilstein. So it'll be a free kick for the Cave girls with 21:30 remaining, plus whatever stoppage they put up. It'll be Beilstein to take the free kick from the 30 yards out. And we'll have a handball called, so free kick for the Lady Eagles. Leading this one 7-0, comfortably in control. Hobbs just has to play it out for 21 more minutes on senior night here at Watson Stadium. And they will be undefeated in district, and then we'll await their fate and when the NMAA meets to select this year's playoffs. I believe that'll be on Sunday. Carlsbad trying to pick the pressure up here a little bit. They have not spent any time on Hobbs' end here in this second half. Didn't spend much in the first half. Only one shot in the first half. Hobbs will send it bouncing back. Carlsbad trying to find a little room to run. Moving through is Dugan. Dugan with a long shot from about 40 yards out. That is their second shot on goal. First in the half. Easy stop for Sabrina Marquez, who sends it back down and into the fray. Halfway point right now of the second half. Paul Hobbs 7-0. I'd like to maybe think about playing one more, match the halves. Really, they'd probably like to play three more and get out of here just a little bit early tonight, but don't think Carlsbad's going to let that happen. No bouncer, it comes to Beltran. She's going to take it on the right wing, has to hop over it. It'll take her a minute to control it. So Beltran into the corner, centering pass, and that one is off the crossbar and sends it high and out. But had an opportunity there and decided to take it off the turnover. Of course, Hobbs can just run this one out. The Lady Eagles barring the, not just the soccer miracle of all soccer miracles, but the sports miracle of all miracles. Hobbs will improve to 17-3, but more importantly, 6-0 in district, and they do have a win over the number 3 team in the state. They should be one of the top 4, and it'll be a long bouncer. The McAvoy will get 2. And send back out. Hobbs comes on the attack once again into the middle. It's going to be swatted away. Hobbs playing much better positioning, and they continue to move. They don't just watch the ball. You can see they're anticipating where it's going to go, and they're going to the ball. Carlsbad a little bit of just kind of watching things develop. So throw in just shy of midfield for the Cave Girls as subs coming in for the Hobbs Lady Eagles as Coach Tellez looks like he's going to maybe not clear the bench, but put in some of his other players. I believe that is Villalobos who checks in wearing number 24. So on the throw in, little kick down. Hobbs will take it back, looking for a little room. Lady Eagle goes down as Dugan steamrolls one of the Lady Eagles. That's Vasquez, so it'll be her ball from just shy of midfield, and she'll send that one back into the Carlsbad end of things. Kind of a missed hit, goes back deep into Carlsbad's end. Could be trouble. Lady Eagles fighting for it, and bumps and bruises and pushes as Brooke Davis not able to get through. She checked back in. Even though Coach Tellez sent it in the reserves, he put Davis back in. Already with the hat trick in this one. 17 minutes plus stoppage remaining. So Hobbs 17-3 on the year. A perfect 6-0 in district. They'll drop Carlsbad to 5-15 and 1-5 on the corner kick. Bouncer in. Carlsbad gets the head to it and bounces it back out. As they've got numbers if they'll move it. Now Hobbs, good hustle to get back to break those numbers up. Carlsbad having a little trouble getting that one settled down. And so it let Hobbs' defenders come back and just take it away from him. Good hustle by Hobbs as a misfire over there on a pass as Nash was waiting to one-time it towards the net from about 40 yards out. So turnover to the Cave Girls. As Carlsbad tosses it in on the far sideline. They'll work that far side, it's out. It'll be Carlsbad ball again. Tossing that one into space where Hobbs will boot it back and into the middle of the pitch. The two teams just kind of trade back and forth for a minute. Now we'll battle in the middle. And a bounce, and they're going to call a minor on the Eagles. A free kick from right in midfield for the Cave Girls. 15:30 remaining. As the kick from the Big H comes in, bounces through, gets through and away from everybody and out of the back line, out of the end zone. So Hobbs will send this one away as subs waiting to check in for the Cave Girls. With 15 minutes to go. Is off a little bit gingerly is Natalia Franco. We certainly hope she's okay. So sub coming in her place. But off by herself and under her own power. As she heads towards the bench. The refs give the go, and that one will bounce up and out. It may actually be Cortez who has checked in. And that is Lily Cortez who's come in and taken over the cage duties. So Cortez in substitution is Sabrina Marquez facing just 2 shots tonight. And stopping both of them. And if you'll move there for Beltran to save that one, then send it across the pitch. Gets it onto the toe of Davis. Davis finds a little room, takes it up the left seam, then gets bumped off of the ball, gets it back. Trying to control it deep inside the zone. Moves it back out, gets bumped again. Carlsbad will take it away and send it bouncing back. Well, Hobbs will turn around and just send it back in. That one off the head. If it can be settled down, could be trouble. As one of the Carlsbad defenders will get to it, it'll be saved by Beltran. She'll send it back towards the middle. It is off of a Cave Girl, who's then going to get bumped off of it by Villalobos, but it has to be sent back to Jimenez. So Hobbs going to go back towards midfield and regroup this one. Priska Dekafoliacs of the World Unite, 13-13 remaining here in the ball game. And out off the Lady Eagles. Throw in for the Cave Girls from near the Hobbs bench. And the bouncing ball down. And Carlsbad will take it away. They'll start it up the right wing. Looking for a little room to run. Hobbs defense comes back and will just clear. And a throw in for Carlsbad. And more subs coming in for the Cave Girls. Trying to get a little more offensive firepower out there. They try and cut into a 7-0 lead. And with the backup keeper in the game, they're trying not to keep the goose egg on the board. Centering pass comes through. Hobbs' defense gets to it quickly. And we'll send it bouncing back out towards midfield where Dugan gets a heel on it, knocks it down, and then Davis will battle for it through the far sideline. Back to the middle, and then a bouncer that's going to wind its way through. Slowly out, Hobbs on the charge, but not able to get any pressure on it. McAvoy easily comes out and will settle it down and send it back away. As Hobbs going down right there. The turf monster got her. And the bouncer into the middle. That could be trouble. Bouncing ball into the right side. Beltran gets to it, but it'll be cleared out before she can get to it. And that was Rogers who cleared it out. And it's coming up for the throw. It'll be Angel Jimenez. Jimenez tosses it over. Davis almost gets to it. Then into the middle, looking for it. Carlsbad will clear it out. Back to the midfield. And kind of a lazy pass there that lets Dugan take it. And Carlsbad going to try and move out on the attack. Dugan to the near side. Little hesitation kick, then bounces it onto the big H right at midfield. Hobbs then will take it away. Coming through in a collision, no whistle. Hobbs controls, going to start on the left wing once again. Bouncing through, that's Davis. Going to look to center it up. Turns around, fires, and right into the hands of McAvoy. 16th shot of the night for the Lady Eagles. They are under 50% on the night, but that's okay. We are 3/4 of the way through this second half. Hobbs in the lead, 7-0. Would like to get one more score on the board, I've got to think. I like round numbers. That would give them one goal every 10 minutes if they got to 8. But I'm sure they will take whatever they get as that bouncer comes down, and Cortez, she'll take it and just send it back. Hobbs doesn't have to be in any hurry here as Cortez sends that one back down. And it'll come out off the foot of one of the Lady Eagles. No, they're going to say off Carlsbad. So Jimenez to come up and toss that one in over the head of everybody. It'll go bouncing through. And then Carlsbad will just sweep it right back out. Jimenez will come over and we'll try it again. A little bit softer that time. One of the Carlsbad girls gets a foot on it, but cannot settle it down until Hobbs will take it back. As McKibben trying to settle that one in. So the long throw in and a high header. It'll come up and a turnaround by Villalobos. She will put that one in and light the lamp as Valeria Villalobos will net the 8th goal of the game. It comes at 31. Let's see, that's 9:06, so that would be 31:54 of the second as Villalobos, the senior, on senior night, gives the Lady Eagles their 8th punch-in of the night. So Villalobos with the score as the Lady Eagle domination continues. She got that one on the foot and just turned around and sent it on net and put it through. 8 goals on 17 shots. A good night for the Lady Eagle O, to be sure. They've only allowed 2 shots on goal to this point. So good on the Lady Eagle D, too. Hobbs trying to get it back on the attack. Sweeping it to the far side. Little collision over there. Hobbs will break through. Lady Eagles send a long one bouncing in, and that one controlled by McAvoy is Davis. Already with the hat trick, thinking, hey, let's get a quad out of this. Let's get 4 of a kind. I don't actually know what 4 goals in a game is called, so. Hobbs will keep the pressure on with 8:15 remaining. And an 8-0 lead, and another shot in, and that one will go up and over and out of play. But another good opportunity for the Lady Eagles. So the Lady Eagles will await their playoff fate. They will be in as the district champs. Question is, will they get one of those top 4 seeds, which will get them the bye and then the home game next week? Even if they don't get a bye, they should still have a home game, but you'd like to have the bye just to rest, relax. I know some coaches don't like that. They'd rather keep the girls out and gunning. And it might not be such a bad thing if Hobbs were to get the number 5 seed. Then you have to go in with the, yeah, you're going to have to play an extra game, but it also gives you a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. Saying, hey, wait a minute, we ought to be one of the top 4, but that one goes bouncing out. 7 minutes to go in the match. Lady Eagles will improve to 17-3 on the year. But more importantly, district champs with a perfect 6-0 record. Now the Lovington boys tonight going for a perfect 6-0 district record. So best of luck to them as well. District champs out of that district. Still a lot of good soccer being played. Hobbs boys will get in the playoffs, I've got to think almost for sure. They're playing right now in Carlsbad. Another long shot on goal. As McAvoy will come out and stop that one. She has stopped 12 of them that have come her way tonight. Sweeping it back up and into no woman's land where Hobbs will take it back, get it to Beltran. Working the right, centering pass. That one bounces through. Beltran on the run as that one gets cleared out by Dugan. It should be a throw-in for the Lady Eagles. And a quick check on the boys and see if there's a score update on that one from Carlsbad tonight. And on the throw-in, out. That one off the head and out. And they're going to say Carlsbad ball. The game in progress right now, and that Max Preps is showing no score on the Hobbs boys. They're 12-6-1 overall, number 9 right now in the Max Preps matrix. They should easily make the playoffs. They would like to win tonight, though. And complete a soccer sweep of the Cave men and Cave girls. And in close. Hobbs has a chance and knocked away at the last second. And a Cave girl is down as I think she blocked that one. But took the full force of it. The Hobbs with another opportunity in close. And Carlsbad has stopped 4 or 5. They have not played that poorly on defense. But now we'll have a corner kick for the Lady Eagles. Beltran sends it towards the middle, and that one is going to have to be settled down. Too much mustard on it. Hobbs will send it back out and start the attack once again. The Lady Eagles like to attack the corners, and a shot in, and that one goes wide left. 4:20 remaining in regulation. Well, that's whatever stoppage time they put up. I can't imagine that it would be much. And whistles sound as subs come in. No, I think they're waiting for the cart to clear. Running around the track and back over towards the field house. I'm just waiting to get the cart off the field. Went on the playing surface. Safety first. So bouncing it back down. As the Lady Eagles control, 3:35 remaining. Plus whatever stoppage they decide to put on it. And swiping that one back, Hobbs will take it into their own territory before they will send it bouncing back in. Beltran gets bumped off of it, but there is Villalobos. Sends it back to Beltran. Beltran climbs over, centering pass, knocked away. And back. Villalobos sends a long bouncer in, and that one will be on net, and McAvoy stops it. Keeps Villalobos from getting her second tally of the night. She'll come up and attack and gets by her to the Hobbs defense, and then we'll have a tangle at midfield. Hobbs has just done a fantastic job tonight anticipating and moving the ball around, and too hard, not able to be controlled. And out, 2:40 to go. On the throw in there from Rogers. Back to Dugan, and then long cross pitch to Brose, who's been fairly quiet in the second half. Still working. Hobbs sending it back down into the middle. Could be trouble, but a good play by Rogers to take it away from Hobbs. Hobbs will reset. Villalobos, a little stutter step, bouncer into the middle, but right into the teeth of the Cave Girl defense and back out to midfield. That one bouncing over the head of the Hobbs defender, who gets to it quickly before Segura can get to it. And Hobbs will send it bouncing back down. We've got 2 minutes remaining, 2 minutes to go, plus whatever stoppage in regulation. Carlsbad going to try and put one more push on. They'll send that one into the middle of the pitch to Brose. Yeah, that's Brose. But Hobbs' defense comes through, knocks it out. Pretty good battle going on back at midfield. And Beltran gets bumped, and yeah, I think they will call the free kick there. They will. They'll call the minor on Rogers. Heard Beltran battling. Rogers a junior, Beltran just an 8th grader. We'll probably get to see them go at it again next year. So free kick for the Lady Eagles as we click down to 1 minute remaining. And back down deep in the Carlsbad zone. And Hobbs can settle it down and just work it back over. And through, and that one will be a bouncer, and coming out to stop any potential press there was McAvoy. She won't even wait for Hobbs' defense to come back, and they will blow the whistle on this one, and they called that one right at the 40-minute mark. Hobbs Lady Eagles victorious tonight by a final of 8-0 in the first half. Corelli Rivera scoring first with 1:11 off of the clock. Then Brooke Davis tallied in at 5:11 of the first. Davis had another at 7:15 of the first. Then Rivera gets back in the book at 16:54. And then Davis right before half scores her third of the first half. So the hat trick for Brooke Davis in the second half got started early. Brianna Baker, she tallied one with 2:21 gone in the second period. Then it was Clarissa Modis who found a bouncer on her foot and just sent it towards net, and it found the back of the net. She put that one in at 16:17 of the second, and then Valeria Villalobos netted the final Lady Eagles goal of the game at 31:54 of the second half, as Hobbs victorious tonight 8-0. They'll improve to 17-3 on the year, but more importantly 6-0 in district. Now they will await their playoff fate from the NMAA. I think they should be one of the top 4 teams in the state, which would give them the bye in the first round, but you will just have to wait and see how it goes. We know they're in the playoffs, and we know they should have a home game, so we'll have to see what goes. I do not believe we will have video rights for the playoffs, so we'll have to wait and see about that. So senior night, a successful night tonight for the Hobbs Lady Eagles as they end their regular season with an 8-0 victory over the Carlsbad Cave Girls. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one. The Lady Eagles victorious tonight here at Watson Stadium. For Tiff and Evie Stuber, keeping an eye on all things back at One Radio Square, I'm TJ Miracle saying good night from Watson Stadium. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.